welcome back to the next installment in our story Blitz using the Marvel Knights characters. If you're a little bit confused about this series, basically on Mondays we will be doing a main story run through with the Marvel Knight characters, that being Punisher, Moon Knight, Blade, and Morbius. And on Fridays we do have a sister series using the X-Men that were included from the Rise of the Phoenix DLC expansion. So if you're enjoying the content from either one of those series, make sure you press the subscribe button, as it gives us an opportunity to showcase the distinct abilities from the different characters. But let's go ahead and continue through here and see what we can find. Now we're keeping our eyes peeled for any of the deposits as they crop up, as that is something that we are outlining in this series. But let's go ahead and switch over to Morbius. See if we can get a paralyzing stare up here. Because that provides us a pretty good opportunity to burst through some of the smaller characters here, as it lowers their defense and puts them in a stun animation. Alright, so let's see if we can get a couple of these smaller characters knocked down with Moon Knight as he grapples around the battlefield here. That seems to have done the trick. Let's glide over to some of these troublemakers here. That'll get rid of him. And one thing that you will notice over here is that these holding cells, you never want to look past them, because right here you can see that we've got one of these bonuses. You've just got to press the button there to get it open, and you'll be able to burst it down once you do. Now, there is another bonus right around the corner here, and you will have to solve this little labyrinth. And one of the things that's kind of nice is you can lock the majority of your characters into this little arena, and then you just need to find the one who is otherwise sanctioned off. And once you solve this little puzzle, you'll be able to get over to this bonus that's up here in the corner. Now let's bring Punisher back over here. That'll allow us to access this box. And then with the presses of a couple more buttons, we can just transport back over to these characters, and anyone segmented off will automatically regain us. Alright. Get a little bit of an aerial attack in there. Now there's another little bonus box right here. And this one's just kind of open in plain sight, so make sure that you grab that as you're progressing through. Quite a few of these are hidden or scattered through. But they offer pretty good rewards or bonuses, so do keep that in mind as you're debating whether or not they're worth going around and picking up. Lay down a smoke screen here. That's one of Punisher's best moves in terms of dealing out some efficient damage. And here we are into the Venom and Electro fight. So you really just want some pretty hefty hitting area of effect type attacks here. Again, Electro will cause you to stun if he hits you with his shockwave attacks. But this crescent kick from Moon Knight is pretty efficient. And his crescents that explode are also pretty efficient at getting down probably most of his more difficult kit. Moon Knight's extreme attack is about online here, so let's see if we can use that on Venom's stagger gauge once we've got that depleted.
Now that he's all amped up, your powers aren't working on him.
Actually, the whole team's extreme gauge is online. But we really should only need one of them. Well, sometimes you can benefit from having two. And maybe we should have at this point, but... Ooh. And right here we'll be able to get him down. I actually didn't even need to rely on the siren. Now the other thing that you want to keep in mind is we do have another crate here that we'll want to have a look at, and you actually will need to access it. It's in this far right hand side all the way in the back. You can kind of see it. There's nothing in this secondary or this center column, so you'll just need to kind of play with these dials until you can work that out. Now I'm going to try and lead some of my team in here. It looks like we've segmented off Punisher over there so he can control this switch on his own. And oh, he's rejoined us, which isn't exactly what I was going for, but as long as we can get through here, we can get all the way to the end and access this storage bin. And all we need to do is get this one at the end unblocked, providing we don't route ourselves off from it. And that'll do it. This will give us a clean path here to the end, and everyone teleports around. In here we're on to the Mysterio fight. Alright, let's use Morbius and teleport around a little bit. His teleporting can be a little bit problematic, but all we needed to do was burst down these characters.
I thought you said the Raft was for elite villains. What are these chumps doing here?
My spider sense usually goes nuts when bad guys attack. Well, at least my other powers are still working.
Let's see here. Get Lockjaw to take these guys out of the fight for a minute or two.
Just give me like 10, 15 minutes to recover. Okay? Thanks.
Get Kamala Khan squared away. And Spider-Gwen is just about...
A warrior and a fair trial.
Blade did a pretty good job at bursting the rest of her down here. We're gonna go ahead and use two
Alternate reality.
extreme attacks against Mysterio as he pops up here.
Stay home for that.
And we've got him down. Let's get second half of this. Not quite enough to take him out just completely. But with a couple more swipes, we've actually got him handled pretty easily. All right, let's continue forward here and get down through to the Dr. Octopus fight, which should be only a couple segments further. Oof. Gotta keep in mind that those bins do explode. And so do those carts. Alright, Punisher, you should probably keep your distance for a second. Alright. Get a couple of these grenades out here. Get another sniper shot in on him. And one of these other big ones we can take out with a bit of a sniper shot as well. That does it in for him.
Whatever's going down inside the tower, we'll help you stop it. We owe you that much.
There shouldn't be anything else that you need to have a look out for in this arena. You can't even get up to some of these higher platforms, even if you've got a double jump. So let's continue forward. And there might be another puzzle too that we need to do. Nope, we're just right at the elevator, and that'll take us up to the Dr. Octopus fight. Alright, let's go ahead and get Octopus down here. Blade. Don't shuriken too much, because that... just made his EP pretty quickly. Let's see if we can get him down here. And then we'll get Blade and Moon Knight in here to burst down the last little bit of his first segment of the fight here. And then we should have Punisher and Morbius back online for the second segment.
You cannot lock one as brilliant as I away in a cage. Dr. Octopus must be free to reign supreme. You meddlesome morons are always getting in my way.
Alright, let's get down around.
You will know my wrath.
That crescent kick takes out the health on these arms in one fell swoop. And then let's get Punisher and Morbius over here. And that'll be the rest of Dr. Octopus's fight. That's really the quickest way that I've found to just kind of burst him down. And make sure you've got at least 2 EX abilities on deck, and you can burst them down as soon as you deplete their stagger bar for the first time. At least in the majority of the circumstances. Now, out through the doors here, we will have the Green Goblin fight. And that is going to be where we'll start the first part of our next episode. So, thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Take care.